In this video, I will explain how you can date Swedish runestones on stylistic grounds. Generally, runestones are hard to date precisely. They usually lack archaeological context. But it's possible to date them typologically using their design. If you watch this video to the end, you will be able to date a typical Swedish runestone using only its ornamentation. As you will see on this slide, there are many different types of runestones from the entire span of the Viking Age. Some are very simple in their design, and some are very complex. So, what do you think? Which one of these two stones is earlier and which one is later? Yes, you're right. Earlier stones have little ornamentation or no ornamentation at all. Runestones from the late Viking Age have rich and elaborate ornamentation. This style is called rak. In Swedish it means straight. It is the oldest style and covers the period between 800 and 1010 CE. In order to analyze the design on an ornamented runestone, I need first to introduce some terminology. A typical ornamented runestone has its runes inside a carved band, which in turn usually has a head and a tail. The head normally indicates where the text begins, and it's usually situated down in the left corner of the runestone. The tail is where the text ends. If a carved band has a head and a tail, we call it a rune animal. Sometimes we even have two rune animals on the same stone, as here on this slide to the right. The shape of the heads and the tails can vary a lot. In order to date an ornamented runestone, we have to look carefully at its rune animal, at its eyes, ears, nose, and even its mouth. You can imagine yourself being a judge on a dog show where you must decide which dog will get a prize. In order to become an expert of dog breeds, you have to look at the dog's ears and eyes, but also at the overall expression. You have to do the same type of investigation with rune animals. So let's begin. The first type of head we're going to identify is called bird's eye view. It can be dated to the period between 1010 and 1050 CE. Here the rune animal looks like a snake, and its head is seen from above in bird's eye view. The head has two round eyes and no ears. The mouth is usually carved with a simple line, and sometimes it has a sting. The feet are missing. The tail is lightly rolled up. And as I mentioned, the rune animal has a shape of a snake, and this snake is often slightly angular. Often there will be a Christian cross. If we look only at the purest types of this design and not hybrid forms, we get the following distribution of rune stones with bird's eye view ornamentation in Sweden. The total number is 186, and they are mostly found in the provinces of Uppland, Södermanland, Västergötland and Östergötland. The next type we will identify is called Profile 1. It can be dated almost to the same period, but slightly more narrowly, from 1010 to 1040 CE. This type may be connected to the famous style of that period, called the Ringerike style. The head in this style is seen in profile, and that's why the type itself is called Profile 1. The head has one round eye. It has usually a very snub nose and a thick upper lip. The ears sometimes look like a crown. They are round and high set. The mouth is usually open or half open. And the tail is rolled up. Very frequently we will see a Christian cross on this type of stones. If we look only at the purest types of this design, again with no hybrids, we get the following distribution of rune stones with Profile 1 ornamentation in Sweden. The total number of these rune stones is 57, and they are mostly found in the provinces of Uppland and Södermanland. The next type is called Profile 2, and it can also be connected to the Ringerike style. It can be dated to the period between 1020 and 1050 CE. Here as well the head is seen in profile, but the line from the ear to the nose tip is a concave line. The only eye has changed its form slightly, from round to drop-formed. The ears are high set or slightly bent forwards. The mouth is normally open. The upper lip and the nose tip are bent upwards. The lower lip is bent downwards in a semicircular bow. The tail is rolled up, often with a thumb-like bump downwards. Very frequently we will find a Christian cross on this type as well. If we again only take the purest types of this design and no hybrids, we get the following distribution of rune stones with Profile 2 ornamentation in Sweden. Their total number is 120, and they are mostly found in the provinces of Uppland and Södermanland. Now we have 3 more types left to discuss. They are called Profile 3, Profile 4 and Profile 5. Simple, isn't it? Profile 3 can be dated to the period between 1050 and 1080 CE. It can be connected to a famous style of the time, namely the Rune style. The line from ear to the nose tip is a convex line in this type. The eye is almond-shaped and not too large in proportion to the head. The ear is set low, rounded and slightly bent backwards. The mouth is normally open, and the lower lip is bent downwards. A small flap hangs down from the upper lip in a S-formed line, starting at the somewhat turned up nose tip. The tail is rolled up, often with a thicker end and a hanging thumb-like bump. Sometimes we find slightly rounded feet with 2 toes on short legs. Crosses are frequent, but not as frequent as with Profile 1 and 2. So again, if we only take pure types of this design and don't include any hybrid forms, we get the following distribution of runestones with Profile 3 ornamentation in Sweden. The total number is 178, and they are mainly found in the provinces of Uppland and Södermanland. Profile 4 has been dated to the period between 1070 and 1100 CE. The overall impression is one of the classical Rune style. The head is strongly elongated, and the line from head to neck has a pronounced step down. The eye is also elongated and almond-shaped. It fills up the head and follows its outlines. The ear is set very low and bent backwards. The mouth is usually closed. The lower lip is short and straight and ends up in a slight roll downwards. The Rune animal has feet, and they are usually set at the end of long and angulated legs. They have 2 toes and a rounded spur. The tail is thin with a large circle at its end. The most prominent feature of this design is a lot of extra snakes sweeping in large loops around the Rune animal. Again, we count only pure types of this design without any hybrids, and then we find 317 runestones with profile 4 ornamentation in Sweden. They are mainly found in the province of Uppland. Runestones of the profile 5 type have been dated to the period between 1100 and 1130 CE and belong to the same overall style, the Rune style. Their design can be divided into 2 different groups depending on what kind of head the Rune animal has. This type has an almost triangular head, sometimes with an almond-shaped eye, but most often without any eye whatsoever. The ear is set very low and bent backwards. The mouth is closed by a small flap, this time hanging down from the upper lip. The lower lip is carved with a straight line. The tail is usually replaced by feet. The feet have 2 toes and a pointed spur. Furthermore, the feet are set at the end of long legs. Extra snakes are essential for this type. Now we will see a different type of profile 5. This type has a differently shaped head. It has a rounded skull, a round or drop-formed eye, and it usually has no ear whatsoever. Its mouth is half open, with the lower lip thickening downwards. The upper lip is rolled in downwards as well. The rest is identical to the first type of profile 5. The feet have 2 toes and a pointed spur. They are placed on long legs, and we see a lot of small snakes everywhere. Once more, we count only the pure types of these two variants of Profile 5. And we get 53 runestones with such an ornamentation in Sweden. They are only found in the province of Uppland. So, let's see if you are able to tell now which one of these two stones is earlier and which one is later. Yes, you were right. The stone to the right is earlier. It's a bird's eye view type from 1010 to 1050 CE. And the stone to the left is later. It's a Profile 4 type from 1100 to 1130. Imagine now that you only have a fragment of a runestone left. For example, this one. Are you able to date it? What type do you think it might belong to, and to what time? Is it possible that this fragment demonstrates an overlap between two types? I will not give you a ready-made answer, so replay the video if you want to answer it yourself. Many thanks to Ann-Sofie Gräslund, a Swedish archaeologist and runologist. It's thanks to her excellent research that it is possible to date Viking Age runestones on stylistic grounds.